So I wanted to cover the model 793 red stripe. Just recently did a new design for an OEM customer to do a warning light that actually projects a stripe, but as it goes across the lane, the key was optically to maintain the width of the stripe. So if you picture a red stripe kicking out across the lane, it's going to get wider as it goes out. So we developed an optical system for this particular application that actually controls the width of the stripe, so as it extends across the lane, it doesn't just get wider. Just an example of I guess the optical tunes that can be done with warning type lights like this stripe light. We did it for this case for the crosswalk to project a warning image for that customer who's working with the municipalities to try to get clearance on what's legal, what's not, to get that going. But the main reason for kind of reviewing this is it's one of the best performing stripe lights or warning stripe lights out on the market. And we can easily adapt the optical system to different widths, different shapes of the pattern. And then the key thing with this too is, some other applications besides the infamous 3-foot red stripe off the side of a forklift, right? We've had a customer in Washington County who on the back of their Salters wanted to put a red stripe, and they did some field trials with that, got the red stripe out there, and other drivers saw that red stripe on the road and thought it was a third brake light. So we have a shield that we've developed for some side shields, which we actually applied to that one, which then prevented the person from following the Salter from seeing the red light and thinking it was a brake light, and only projected the stripe on the ground. We've had another application, Greg and the guys here went to visit somebody on a factory door. So
yeah, so another thing that can be used in industrial settings is, you go throughout a factory, there's the keep outs that we've had for so long on lift trucks, but also stationary things as well. So like opening and closing lift doors, projecting images that it's not safe to cross or go through. Also, in a lot of instances, you have lines painted on floors, which after you walk by them so many times, you don't notice them anymore. And having different actual lighting and strips to keep out areas in factories is something else this can be used for. Another idea that was pitched around as well is you have sometimes moving cranes, and at the tops of those you make in a box that when this crane moves out here and it's going to pick something out, it's got a keep out area just to let everybody know, because you're not necessarily going to be looking up to see that crane. So when you think of a 793 and a keep out area, just think outside the box. It can be used anywhere. People should be kept out.